On program.
Last week we did something different on the show. It was a lot of fun. We tried something new. We tried our first and definitely not the last Star Wars on program fantasy draft, and that was of Jedi. So we all drafted our Jedi councils, and so I wanted to take the time to kind of go over those, as would a sports analyst, right? Talk about the draft, and of course, we're going to be biased to our list, but we can talk a little bit about what happened and kind of just summarize it for those who weren't there and get people excited for the Darksiders and the droids and the clones and all the other things we're going to be doing in the next couple of weeks/months. First and foremost, we had Mikey D. That's Andy's Michael. Some would say the best Michael. I don't know. It's a running competition week to week. It's always up in
I
the air.
certainly endorse that.
It's a three-way tie for first, week to week. I got a lot.
You can
of
have
Michaels.
the best Michael. That's too much pressure.
All right, Mikey D had a pretty great list here. Everybody seems to be split. He got a lot of the best grades for his picks. Luke Skywalker, Galen Merrick, Yoda. Those are all heavy hitters, especially if you're counting the Legends versions of both of those. The list kind of grew to include, generally speaking, a bunch of video game characters, a bunch of people from the dark times. Andy, now that you had a week to sit with this, what were your thoughts on your Michael's list? And was there any cheerful banter between the two of you about, someone got this when I was expecting them?
There was banter. I don't know about cheerful. He absolutely stole a handful of my picks. Unfortunately I made a rookie mistake. I shared with him some of the things I was going for, and he definitely used that against me in the long run. Learned my lesson there.
Man.
He's got some good stuff on there. The best stuff is the stuff that he stole from me. So yeah.
Which ones? Who were the ones that were on your radar that he was able to nab from under you there?
I really wanted, let me make my screen bigger here. I really wanted Kanan. I wanted Shakti.
Okay.
I wanted Cal Kestis. And yeah, that's about it. I was going to let you guys take Luke Skywalker and Yoda.
So, I knew that Luke was going to be hard because I picked 5th, right? So getting Luke at 5 was going to be a stretch. I would have gladly done it if I had the chance, but that was tough. So, that one was a foregone conclusion. I probably whiffed on Yoda. I probably could have got Yoda to replace someone on my list. But the rest of these, I think where he took them, I don't know that I would have done any different. I don't know that I don't know that I would have. I don't regret my choices relative to where he picked them. Michael, bringing you in here, what do you think of this list? And is there anything you were like, that one got away from me?
I definitely wanted Galen Merrick. He fit cleanly into my good guy, bad guy on the fence list. So I was a little bummed.
True.
That was definitely my next pick when he picked that one. The rest of them, I don't know. I know Yoda seems like a foregone conclusion, but I never really considered Yoda, ironically enough. Maybe it's just because I've sort of had enough of him on the council for a while. As much as I love Yoda, as powerful as Yoda is, I'm kind of like, a lot of stuff happened under your watch, and not a lot changed.
Absolutely.
And I don't know. I kind of feel mad that they've undermined his character in that way, but at the same time, I kind of like his character has been very consistent in the books, and he is who he is, and it just seems like him being the way he is has sort of let a lot of stuff happen. So
he's kind of
Michael's in the chat. He says goated list.
Yoda is. I was just saying this to my Michael that Yoda is kind of in his canceled era, at least for me.
Yeah, I would really love to see. I actually think it's almost a shame that when they went 500 years back into High Republic, that he's still a Grandmaster. I feel like it would have been really cool to see him in his prime as like the edgy Qui-Gon of his era, kind of a thing, like young Yoda. I want to see that. I want to see Yoda, how Yoda got to be the Grandmaster, why he was able to stay Grandmaster for 500 years and people still, other than just his immense power as a Jedi. And his relative wisdom, though it does seem to be very relative at times. I don't know.
Yeah, that one, I think where he fell to is one that, I would have liked to have had. But again, there's a reason I let him fall. It's because there were other people that I wanted more. And, like I said, Yoda's the only one that I really wish I could have gotten. But let's see, Michael, he says Yoda's the grandpa at Thanksgiving who's saying all the wrong things. I don't know. I don't know about all of that, but he's more like the guy who just does all the wrong things and doesn't even talk about it. He's just like, this is why I did this. Yeah, 100%. No, a solid list. I think everybody, the things I was hearing was that it was a toss up for strongest list between Mikey D and myself. So we'll get to mine later on. Hey, that's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing.
Who did you hear that from? You guys?
I
texted. You guys say
that?
I texted about 12 different people that I know that are into Star Wars, but not frequenting this show, and that was the general consensus with with Michael B and Andy fighting for third, depending on who the recipient was. But hey, that's their opinions, and yours is the one that matters, dear viewer.
For the record, you explicitly said we were not picking these lists based on who had the most powerful list, so
that's right.
It's not really a fair question.
You can't argue taste.
Competition.
You can't argue taste. It's just,
I love
people like my taste. That's all it is. It's not a competition, but I'm winning. It's like that pop star movie. I love that movie so much.
On program.
Wow, what a conversation that was. I'm glad I found this. Apparently, this is just a clip from a larger show that's live every Friday night. I don't know about you, but I'm going to subscribe so I can see more videos like this one. Hey, let's both like this video, to boost it in the algorithm, and then we can ring the bell so we won't miss the next one.
Good job.